Final segment of ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and Tenitra, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta. What, y'all just been doing y'all doggone thing. Y'all been checking us out. Y'all been rocking and rolling with us, leaving 5-star reviews, like and subscribe to our page. We're almost up to 3,000 subscribers. It's y'all have been absolutely amazing. We definitely really appreciate y'all. We never, ever want to take that for granted. And remember, we are available and free wherever you download your podcast. Remember, I just said free. It doesn't cost you anything but a little time. And we're going to make sure we make it worth your while. So, yeah, whenever you get there, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate that for that. But T, this is For the Culture. It is the intersection between sports, entertainment, and the culture, and sometimes whatever the hell we want to talk about. And this is no different. Today is no different. Dejounte Murray, like we talked, like you mentioned before the break, like the Hawks have been looking for a guy. They got that dog. I think that Travis Schlenk has found him,
Yes.
and I absolutely love it because,
Mhm.
there was in a pro-am tournament where he was playing with John Collins and Trae Young. They were out there balling, looking
Ballin'.
amazing, looking
Yeah.
like a real big three. I know
Mhm,
I joke
mhm.
about that a lot when it comes to John, but they look good on the court.
Sure. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this was a little bit more interesting. Now they were out there playing in the Zeke N tournament. It's a tournament that's put on by Seattle native Isaiah Thomas. We
Mhm.
already know who that is. And Paolo Banchero, first overall pick in the this year's NBA draft, was out there playing. He's from Seattle.
Yeah.
Dejounte Murray, he's from Seattle. They're out there balling, right? They're out there
Right.
doing their thing. But got a little tense out there. They started doing a little jaw jacking because Dejounte, he showed up Paolo, and I think that Paolo kind of felt some type of way about it. So
Mhm.
they were kind of the video went viral of him doing the little behind the back pass and kind of went up
Right.
threw it off the glass and did the little dunk thing. And you know how young cats is, they don't really appreciate that type of stuff.
Right.
So they took to Instagram, of course.
Yes.
That's just
That's
that's
what they
just
do.
that's what they do. And Dejounte was like, "Yeah, man, you out here on change, because Paolo's a little younger, obviously, and so Dejounte, kind of saw him come up in the game, and he's
Mhm.
like, man, you don't change now. You trying to
Right.
acting all a little different and funny and all that stuff." And Dejounte unfollowed him on Instagram, and Paolo put that on his Instagram story saying, "Hey, you don't follow me out here." So, yeah, just a lot of back and forth. So, what
Uh-huh.
is going on though? T like Dejounte Murray, Paolo Banchero, they supposed to be from Seattle. Everybody cool from Seattle, at least the people that I know. Like, why
Right. I
y'all
was
out
gonna
here?
say the
Why they
one
out
person
here
that we
beefing? T.
know, the one
But
Seattle
look, the
native
one
that we
person that I
know.
know, he's cool.
Yeah,
He's
he's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
You're right.
It's so funny because, like you said, it's the petty on top of the petty on top of the petty when it comes to the NBA, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
one of the things that made me encouraged was the fact that Dejounte Murray basically said, "But watch who you're messing with, because if you come for me, you don't want this smoke."
You know what that
So
means.
yeah, there you go. He was like, "You don't know me. You
I'm with
don't know
all the
me."
you know what's.
But you know me now. And I was like, yes, to Dejounte Murray, yeah. Have
Yes,
all the
yes.
attitude you want to have and bring all the smoke you want to bring, because his game does back it up. Let's just be real. His game
Right.
definitely backs it
Yeah.
up. But he seemed like a pretty mild mannered person when we saw him in his press conference, and just little hits here and there throughout summer league. But I love to see that there's still that edge there, because you need to have that edge in order to really not just gel, but make sure, like we said, there were times last season where you felt like teams would come into State Farm and sometimes felt like they would feel like they could punk the Hawks.
Yeah.
And that wasn't
Basically,
cool,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
because there was nobody really to say, oh, no, not today, except maybe Cece. But for the most part, it was like teams weren't really afraid. I think just showing us that snippet makes me encouraged, like, okay, yeah, what you're not going to do is come into State Farm Arena and just be tossing folks around this season and think it's okay. Not this time, not with this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And we know that the Hawks will be seeing the Orlando Magic this year. And that's definitely gonna be a matchup I know I'm gonna have my eyes on, but it's just really cool to see a guy like that come
Yeah,
in, come into town. And I know that I'm going to lead the charge in embracing him because I'm
yeah,
starting to see the tweets already.
yes.
Oh, Dejounte Murray is immature. And no, he likes to play basketball a
He's
certain way.
competitive.
Like,
Yeah.
and if you exactly, and I know you're not used to seeing people who are competitive. You know,
Right.
Trae Young is definitely one of those guys,
Yeah.
and you know, people even have their issues with him. But I think that with Dejounte, with Trae being paired with a guy that is just as competitive, I
Yes.
think that this is going to be something that's going to be beautiful to watch, and I just
Yeah.
can't wait until the Hawks get things going. Now,
Yes.
one thing that we are probably wondering why the NBA hasn't done. The
Hmm.
WNBA is doggone forward thinking.
Always.
They are changing the selection process for all league first and second teams. They're going
Yes.
to a positionless format, which announced on Friday.
Hmm.
And previous, like the required voters for to pick 2 guards, 2 forwards,
Hmm.
and 1 center for each
Right.
team. But being in the game today and how the game is played today, they
Yes.
are taking the positions out and going positionless when it comes to
Hmm.
these all NBA teams or all WNBA teams, excuse me. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think the WNBA is on to something, and I think
Yes.
NBA needs to follow suit. Come on, catch up.
They have to. I mean, it's something that they talked about, particularly Adam Silver during his State of the Association address during All Star Weekend. It
Right.
was both for the All NBA teams, but also for the All Star game itself, because there were a lot of people who were saying, like, "How'd this guy get left out? How'd that guy get left out?" Well,
Right.
that guy got left out because like you said, 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center is
Center.
what you
Yep.
choose for the All Star game. That's what you choose for your All NBA teams. But when you've got guys who play between positions, when you've got guys who are stretch fours and guys who can go, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
gotta give that credit where credit is due, because also that might mean that your stats are a little bit different. And where the stat line is for you that's most important. Is it points? Is it rebounds? Is it assists? Is it steals? Or all of the above? So I really like the fact that the WNBA said, you know what? We are also a league where we're seeing players who can stretch across multiple positions, and we want to honor that by not picking the best person or the best 2 people at a particular position. We want to just say, no, we're picking the best 5.
Best player. Yeah. Best 5. Yep.
Best
Exactly.
5. And I hope, like you said, that the NBA follows suit in that maybe we'll see it as soon as this next season. That would be great, because it sure would make Utah a little bit more interesting for All-Star. Just saying.
No doubt. And then think about this too, T. Like, think about the implications that come with the
Yeah.
all NBA teams. I kind of brought it up a little bit earlier, but like, there's a lot of money on the line for these guys to get these super max contracts. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Because like that was the difference between Trey. He ended up
Oh,
making
yeah.
third team,
Third
so
team versus,
thankfully he
yeah.
was able to get that. So it's a lot on the
Mhm.
line when it comes to these all NBA selections. So go ahead and make the move because it's time.
Mhm.
It's been time.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to honor their play, and you want to honor their ability to make the money that they deserve, because they can now potentially get on that second team or that first team when it's just positionless and it's literally the best 5, then the next best 5, and then the next best 5. And again, would love to see the same thing for the All-Star game as well, because yeah, I mean, there are times when we're looking and we're like, clearly that guy should be the starter or that guy should be the second, and it's like, oh, he didn't even make the squad. Oh, snap, he's not even a reserve. Oh, so yeah, I think this is really good, and once again, WNBA is leading the charge. So tomorrow, of course, we're going to talk more Falcons as they get one day closer to getting the preseason underway. We're going to give you guys a little bit of a preview of Braves, Red Sox, and if anything else comes up here in the sports world in Atlanta, we'll talk about that too. So you guys be safe out there, and we will see you tomorrow.
Don't forget, thank you for making us our first listen, but don't forget to make A to Z with Mark Zeno your second list of the day. Y'all make sure y'all come back now, you hear?